I waved at my neighbor every morning, smiled at him, sometimes even helped him carry groceries. I trusted him. What I didn't know was that while I was working to protect my family, he was sleeping with my wife, not across town, not in secret hotels, right next door. This is the story of how I discovered my wife's double life, how betrayal lived just a few feet away from my front door, and how the people you trust the most can destroy you in ways you never imagined. My wife and I had been married for 9 years. 9 years of memories, 9 years of laughter, 9 years of building what I believed was a solid, loving, unbreakable life together. We had just moved into our new home, a quiet neighborhood, friendly faces, kids playing in the streets, neighbors who waved hello. It felt like the kind of place you grow old in. My wife was excited. She loved the new kitchen, the sunlight through the windows, the way the backyard felt like a peaceful escape from the world. "This is it," she told me one night as we lay in bed. "This is our forever home." I believed her. She used to leave me notes on the fridge, text me sweet messages during the day, hold my hand in public like she was proud to be mine. And I was proud to be hers. Or at least, I thought I was. A few weeks after moving in, I met him. He lived next door, a man in his late 30s, polite, well-dressed, always smiling. He introduced himself with a firm handshake. "Hey man, welcome to the neighborhood. I'm Ryan." I introduced him to my wife. She smiled. He smiled. Nothing seemed off. Over time, we became friendly. Not best friends, but neighbors who chatted in the driveway, helped each other with small things, borrowed tools, waved from across the street. My wife seemed comfortable around him too. Too comfortable, in hindsight, but at the time, I didn't question it. Why would I? He was just the neighbor. The first red flag didn't feel like a red flag. It felt like nothing. She started spending more time outside, going for walks, sitting on the porch longer than usual. Sometimes I'd come home from work and she'd be talking to him in the driveway. At first, I thought it was innocent. Then the conversations got longer. Then the laughs got louder. Then the timing got strange. She'd suddenly step out right when he got home. She'd say things like, "Oh, Ryan's wife isn't home. I was just keeping him company. I didn't want to be controlling. I didn't want to be insecure. So I told myself, it's nothing." But deep down, something felt off. Around that time, she started changing too. She was more distant, less affectionate, more distracted. She used to hug me when I walked through the door. Now she barely looked up from her phone. She used to sit next to me on the couch. Now she sat across the room. She used to ask about my day. Now she said, "I'm tired," and went to bed early. But early for her didn't mean sleep. I'd wake up in the middle of the night and find her phone glowing in her hand, turned away from me. "Who are you texting?" I asked once. "Just a friend," she said quickly. "Which friend?" "Just a friend." I didn't push. But the silence between us was getting louder. One night, I came home earlier than usual. I parked the car and noticed something strange. Her car was parked in Ryan's driveway, not mine, his. My heart skipped a beat. I walked toward the house slowly, trying not to jump to conclusions. Maybe she was dropping something off. Maybe she needed help with something. Maybe I was just being paranoid. I walked to the front door and tried to unlock it. It was locked. I knocked. No answer. I walked around the house, heart pounding. The lights were on in Ryan's living room. I could see 2 shadows through the curtains. I stood there, frozen. I didn't knock. I didn't confront. I walked back to my car and sat there, staring at nothing, while everything inside me screamed that something was very, very wrong. When she came home 30 minutes later, she smiled like nothing happened. "Oh, I was just talking with Ryan about some neighborhood stuff," she said. I nodded, but inside, I felt like I was slowly dying. After that night, our marriage changed. She stopped saying "I love you" first. She stopped initiating anything. She stopped caring. When I tried to talk to her, she brushed me off. "You're overthinking. You're being dramatic. You're insecure." Those words hurt more than silence. Because not only was she pulling away, she was making me feel crazy for noticing. I started questioning myself. Am I really being paranoid? Am I just afraid of losing her? Am I imagining things? But the pain in my chest wasn't imaginary. One night, she fell asleep on the couch. Her phone was beside her. Normally, I wouldn't look. I believed in trust. I believed in privacy. But that night, something inside me broke. I picked up her phone. It wasn't locked. My hands were shaking as I opened her messages. And then, I saw his name. Ryan. Dozens of messages. Hundreds. I opened the thread. What I read shattered me. "I miss you already. I wish you were here. I love the way you look at me. I hate pretending we're just neighbors. I can't wait until he's not home." I couldn't breathe. My chest felt tight. My vision blurred. I kept scrolling. Photos, not explicit, but intimate. Her smile in his car. Her hand on his arm. Her face lit up in ways I hadn't seen in months. Then I saw the message that destroyed me completely. "I feel more like your wife than his." That was the moment I realized. The neighbor's wife was actually my wife. I woke her up. Not gently, not calmly. "Who is Ryan to you?" I asked, holding up her phone. She froze. Her face went pale. She sat up slowly, her eyes darting between me and the screen. I can explain that sentence. Those 3 words. They are the most painful words you can hear when your world is falling apart. "Explain what?" I said. "Explain why you told him you feel more like his wife than mine." Tears filled her eyes. "I didn't mean it like that." "Then how did you mean it?" She didn't answer. I raised my voice. "How long?" she whispered. "Almost a year. A year while I was sleeping next to her. While I was working to provide for us. While I was trusting her with my heart. A year she was living a double life." She confessed everything. It started as small talk, then emotional support, then emotional dependence, then emotional betrayal. She said he listened when she felt lonely. She said he made her feel seen. She said she felt neglected. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "I was right here," I said. "I was your husband. But you were always tired," she said. "Always working. So you replaced me." I didn't plan for it to happen, but it happened. Every day, every night, right next door. She admitted they'd crossed physical boundaries. Not once, not twice, but many times. In his house. Sometimes when I was home. Sometimes when I was asleep. Sometimes when I was at work. The betrayal wasn't just emotional. It was physical. And it was close. Too close. I walked next door. My hands were shaking. My heart was pounding. I knocked on his door. He opened it, smiling, like nothing had happened. "Hey man, what's up?" I looked him in the eyes and said, "How long have you been sleeping with my wife?" His smile disappeared. Silence. I didn't mean for it to happen," he said. That sentence again. Everyone uses it. No one owns their choices. "You knew she was married," I said. He nodded. "And you still did it." He looked down. "I fell in love with her." I laughed, not because it was funny, but because the pain was unbearable. "You fell in love with my wife. In my house. next to my bedroom. While I was trusting both of you, he said nothing. I wanted to punch him. I wanted to scream. I wanted to break something, but instead I walked away, because violence wouldn't heal me, but walking away might. After that day, nothing felt the same. Every room reminded me of lies. The couch where she sat texting him. The bed where she slept beside me while loving someone else. The backyard where she waved at him like nothing was wrong. And worst of all, the wall between our houses. Just a few feet, a few inches of drywall between my marriage and its destruction. I couldn't breathe in my own home anymore. I felt like I was living inside a memory that hurt too much to touch. One night, I broke. I sat on the bathroom floor, alone, in the dark. I cried like I never had before. Not quiet tears, not controlled tears, ugly, shaking, painful sobs. I cried for the marriage I thought I had. I cried for the trust that was gone. I cried for the future that died. I cried for myself, for believing, for trusting, for loving too deeply. And I asked myself the question everyone asks after betrayal. Why wasn't I enough? She begged. She cried. She apologized. She said she made a mistake. She said she loved me. She said she would end it. She said she wanted to fix us. But how do you fix something that was broken right next door? How do you rebuild trust when the betrayal lives on the other side of your wall? How do you sleep next to someone who chose another man while you were still choosing her? I thought about forgiving her. I really did. Because love doesn't die easily. But self-respect matters too. And I realized, forgiveness without boundaries is just permission to be hurt again. I packed a bag. She watched, crying, begging, saying, "Please don't leave." I stopped at the door and said something I never thought I would. I didn't leave when you were unhappy. I didn't leave when things got hard. I didn't leave when you felt lonely. But you left me while standing right next to me, and then I walked out. Not because I didn't love her, but because I loved myself enough to stop being disrespected. The first weeks were hell. Silence, loneliness, nights that felt endless, mornings that felt empty. But slowly, something changed. I started going to the gym. I started journaling. I started therapy. I started talking to people again. And one day, I woke up and realized I wasn't crying anymore. Not because it didn't hurt, but because it hurt less. Betrayal teaches you painful truths. It teaches you that love without respect is not love, that loyalty is a choice, not a promise, that people don't cheat by accident, they choose to, that you can love someone and still need to walk away. Most importantly, it teaches you you are not responsible for someone else's betrayal. Their choices do not define your worth. If you're watching this and you've been cheated on, if your partner betrayed you, if someone you trusted broke your heart, I want you to know you are not weak for loving. You are not foolish for trusting. You are not broken because someone else broke their vows. You are human, and you deserve loyalty. I waved at my neighbor every morning, not knowing he was destroying my marriage. But today, I wave goodbye to that version of my life. I choose peace. I choose healing. One choose self-respect. And if you're in a relationship where you feel disrespected, ignored, or betrayed, ask yourself, do you want to survive in pain or live in truth?